Okay, so Team Gary has made a lot of content over the years, but what's your favorite piece of content that was made?
That's a great question. My favorite content by far is I'm considering doing a VaynerMedia operation stay-at-home day once a week forever, because I'm pretty sold that I've gotten more done per day than sometimes in a month. But here's the punchline, it's the words out of my mouth, not the fucking camera quality. Good news, Gary Vee, I bought the Sony fucking 694. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's still not gonna make you interesting, dick. If you are fortunate enough to be watching this right now and not being somebody who's lost a loved one because of this, or who doesn't have somebody on a ventilator, no matter how much business you lost, back to Katie's question about like being an influencer, your restaurant being closed, money doesn't mean shit when somebody you love the most in the world dies. And so this is perspective time. Be grateful for what you have. Don't cry about what's changed. It's devastating for seniors that miss out on their prom and graduation. I understand that's your world, but I promise you, thank God that everybody in your family is okay. Focus on the good, focus on the gratitude, because if you watch the news all day, if you go on social all day, you're gonna get into fear, everything's fucked, blah, 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 blah. Get your fucking mind right. Make sure Corona got your mind right. If you do not love losing, you lost.
What's up, guys? My name is Dustin. I'm a videographer for Team Gary Vee. Gary wanted to go live on Facebook every single morning, which then became, as you know, Tea with Gary Vee. I usually handle a lot of Gary's live stream stuff and his podcast setups and stuff like that. We had to figure out how to make this work remotely. I'm going to teach you how to do that later in this episode, but first, watch this clip from Monday's episode of Tea with Gary Vee.
How are you?
I'm excellent. It's pretty amazing actually to be able to be on a call with you, so I'm pretty excited about that.
What's cooking?
Well, you saw my question, so I sell restaurant point of sale software. So I help restaurant owners, make their businesses more efficient, help them run their business, grow their sales, and so forth. And with this shutdown, man, it's just affecting all of them. And so I'm just curious as to what ideas you might have for them to help them through it.
I mean, for them, they've got to re-engineer their infrastructure to be able to do local delivery, or if they've got the savings to weather the 125, 100, this could be for restaurants and public places. You could be looking at, 3/4 of a year, because even when we open back up, I think there's going to be hesitation from, it's going to be a little while for public places to get all the way back, because even if we open up in 3 months, I know my mom and, other people that are like, kind of scared are going to be a little less excited about going, there'll be a whole group that couldn't wait to go out. So there'll be that pent up, but it could be a little while before it gets to even Steven. So I think there's two things. One, they've got to innovate, and they've got to innovate in two ways, either from a branding standpoint or from an operational standpoint. Either they build out significant delivery infrastructure, so it's not only the ability to have DoorDash or Uber Eats or, seamless pickup from them, it's also the ability to have the capabilities of prepping those meals and things of that nature. But it's also building up awareness in marketing so that people choose their restaurant versus a different one. And number two, I think they need to make content. If I owned a restaurant right now, I'd be in my restaurant by myself, and I would literally if I was a owner chef, I would literally make a video of every single dish we have on the menu. Tell the world your story. I think of it right now as this. I think the coronavirus has caused us all to be into one huge virtual campfire in the fucking 1300s. And we need to go around and tell each other our stories, which is what we used to do. Pre-television, pre-fucking everything, radio. We used to sit around and tell fucking stories from the fucking heart and from the brain. And I think every small business right now needs to tell their story, why they started their business, how they started their business, war stories, AKA bad things that have happened, hero stories, aka great things that happened, and then go in the detail of their business. You know, I would walk around my fucking restaurant and be like, here's why we picked these chairs. I didn't have any fucking money. I bought them at a garage sale. Oh, this sign came from, like, tell the world your story in the form of 50 videos, the end. I think everybody should do that. This is about doing over dwelling. Right now, 98% of people are gonna dwell. And the 2% that do and make and create and go on offense and realize an opportunity will succeed 10x, and that's the way the game is played. Thank you for everybody who spent 2 hours with me this morning. I'm gonna try to do a bunch of these this week, next week. I mean, the more Corona, the more tea time with Gary. So Dustin, thank you. The rest of the team, thank you. Everybody who watched this morning, I wish you guys nothing but the best. Much love. See ya.
Andrew's on now.
Andrew.
Just so you know, it's 9:55.
Thank you. Yeah, I know I gotta go in 5 minutes. Everybody gotta cut today's show. We'll do 2 hours tomorrow again, I think. Is that right, Dustin? Is that what we
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta go to a finance meeting for Vayner, so real life shit. So let's sneak in real quick. Andrew, that question.
For sure, my man. So first of all, thank you for having me on. But basically my question was, if I want to make a kind of content that I feel might ostracize me from the people that are closest to me, how do I get over that fear?
Easy, by realizing that anybody who'd be ostracized or not like you as much about you talking about something that you're passionate and interested in talking about is somebody that is not something that you need to be valuing. They need to love you, all of you, all the true of you. Like, you, what are you gonna live a fake life? Like, you're gonna maintain friends and family predicated on things that you, like, you're literally not gonna talk about the things that you wanna talk about in life because your best friend or your mom or your uncle or your younger sister or your homies are gonna think it's weird or inappropriate, or like, you don't want that. You don't want those friendships anyway. I mean that. True. And I promise you, don't underestimate friends and family. They tend to step up. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed today's episode of Tea with Gary Vee. I'm super excited to be doing this show. I like when the tea gets cold by the end. The iced tea life is good shit too. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. I hope this brought value. My team will now be chopping up a ton of content. We'll put it out throughout the day. I love you. Dustin, thank you so much. Let's get quicker on the 1s and 2s tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate all of you. Have a great day. I promise you, you will look back at this pandemic, as long as you don't lose a loved one, as a good thing. It is a reset. It is 1 step back, 2 steps forward. You will find better jobs. You will start better businesses. You'll learn how to save. You'll learn how to be grateful for simplicity. I love you all very much. We'll see you soon.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jason. I'm the editor of WeeklyVee. In this next scene coming up, it's a Zoom call the team does with Gary. We do some Q&A and have a little discussion on how we're going to position WeeklyVee this week that you're watching right now. So here it is. Check it out. And if you have any feedback, leave some comments, anything that we can make this show better.
So we're doing this, Gary, because I sent you a text. I was like, hey, we want to do WeeklyVee, or more of a question towards you. Do you want to do WeeklyVee with the tea time plus you recording selfie videos? And you were like, hey, let's do this. So we have a ton of questions to record content.
Let's go.
First question is, WeeklyVee is going to be tea time plus these sessions. Are you cool with that?
Yes, that was what to your point. I figured that to not just have the same visual, let's have some Q&A to fill out like this.
And are you cool with this rolling out next Friday, or do you want to just speed up the process? Because usually we do WeeklyVee the week prior, but this is what we're
I'm okay with next week. Next week.
Cool. All right. I'll do the first question, and then we'll kind of bounce around. Leveraging social media in these times for my small business. It's a very ambiguous question, but what do you think, just from that, leveraging social media in these times for my small business?
I think that's all that Q&A was. So I don't think that's going to add to if this is strictly being done for the blog. I think it needs to bring different value for the blog. So I'm not going to answer that because it is, to your point, pretty what have you. And by the way, if this is a complete clunker, tonight could be a good one. Like I'm not stressed here. So
Totally. I mean, we have so many questions here. So,
by the way, I think that clip right there is probably what we should put in the fucking vlog.
there we go.
Me punching you directly in the throat. Verbal.
Let's do. Hey,
How
let's,
about-
yeah. Go ahead, Jake.
Do you have any advice for people who are losing their jobs right now and they need to stay afloat or like need some kind of other source of income for this time?
Yeah, I mean, I think, as I talked about on today's live stream, the two things that stand out is selling shit and then going into donation world. I got really excited. I hope we clip the thing where I talked about, hey, why don't you perform if you're a singer, a dancer, a comedian, and tag your Venmo thing for donations. I have a funny feeling that could be a monster. So my two things are really a telethon or QVC. Literally be QVC or Jerry Lewis. That is the two things. When you're there's three things. You can ask, aka email 1,000 people if they have a job for you. When your back is in the corner, there's kind of two ways to go about it: offense and defense. Defense is literally text and email every single person on earth and on LinkedIn. You have a job for me. This is what I do. That's defense. Offense to me comes in two forms. QVC. As you saw today, and for a lot of people have a lot of even people that are not making a lot of money have this is America. It's a materialistic society. We just have a lot of shit. So QVC, aka selling on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, or B, telethon. Go live on Instagram, pin your Venmo, and fucking dance and hope people give you some money like your PBS.
Great. Hey Gary, this one's from Instagram. What are you doing personally to kind of keep your energy up during this crisis?
Two things. One, I'm doing virtual workouts with Mike McConty. So last 2 days I've put in some real work and working on this. So I'm excited about that. Little exercise, physical energy. And then I spend my life 15 to 18 hours a day in parallel to whatever the fuck I'm doing. Even while I'm doing this, I'm in mental perspective land. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I continue to expose the energy to everybody that outside of a family that has an individual who has passed away from this has the potential to be a remarkable opportunity for reset towards happiness. I understand people may lose jobs. I understand people may lose money. But I think if you really play with this and put into perspective and gratitude and opportunity, you will realize that this can also become a time of a reset that leads you towards a life of happiness instead of unhappiness with financial success. And I believe happiness with financial okayness is dramatically more exciting than unhappiness with financial success.
Great.
I just thought of a question for you.
Thank you, Dustin.
Since we're doing this and it's low quality, and I know you brought it up before, during the actual live stream, and now we're kind of resorting to this. Just want to talk about that since we're going from a really high production WeeklyVee now to resorting to this, and just the fact that it's blowing up, it's starting to get
because the production value doesn't mean shit
right
sometimes. And
right.
I think that's an important addition to my conversation, right? I'm glad that I said sometimes, because when you're making Avatar and Star Wars, it does matter. But I think 99% of people watching this video right now need to realize you're not fucking George Lucas. And everybody buying stop being that tennis player I always make fun of that bought the fucking Federer sneakers and the doll racket and the John McEnroe fucking headband, and you spent $8,000 on equipment, but you fucking blow at tennis. You lost 6-0 to a guy with a wooden racket. That's how I think about production. I don't fucking need special effects. I don't need my lighting to be proper. You and I, Dustin, were talking about this earlier. If we use this clip, your fucking lighting looks like shit. You're behind a fucking window right now. I don't know why mine looks good behind a window right now. I think you might have fixed the camera when you did the fucking thing. But here's the punchline. It's the words out of my mouth, not the fucking camera quality. Good news, Gary Vee. I bought the Sony fucking 694. I'm I don't give a fuck. It's still not gonna make you interesting, dick. That's why, Dustin. It's not the fucking production value. It's the fucking value out of your fucking mouth. It's the value out of the pictures. Like, it's when you're in the information business, it's the information. Would the production add to it? Yes. Do we do better if this has a good thumbnail and a good title? Yes. By the way, on the record, I currently do not like our thumbnails currently. I understand that we're talking to YouTube rep and they're probably more on. I don't know. I don't see us doing so remarkably well that I think that our best practice, but that's what's cool about it. That's my subjectiveness. Jim, Jake, Jason, AK, you might like it, might not like it. It's all fun. That's what I like about it. But like, maybe also I didn't like how like fat I looked in the last photo because that could be the thing. But like, nonetheless, what I'm saying is production, images, a lot of those things are going to be so subjective. And people spend all their time on it. Even the words in your mouth are subjective. To me, spending 90% of your energy on your opinion on how good the quality is what fucks people up.
Gary, what was the impetus of you reserving the time to go live 5 days a week this week?
Two things. One, value for audience and value for myself. As you know, Andy, more than anybody in the world, maybe, besides maybe D-Rock, I've been wanting to do tea with Gary Vee for fucking 7 years, 4 years, 2 years. Like, I've been on this kick of doing a morning show where I drink tea and fucking answer questions. I mean, and so I've always wanted to do this. And then number two, I have the time. And number three, I knew that I was going to bring value. I'll be honest with you, I've been surprised how good, I mean, I've been on, I'm not rushed. That 2 hours today, like you guys have seen, I mean, you guys know more than anybody, right? I'm even looking at your head nods. Like, you guys know the version of me doing this show right now. I mean, Jim, thank you for the compliment. Sends me such a nice text. Like I'm really hitting a tone right now.
I agree.
I thought it would bring out good content, and I thought it would bring value. And like reading my Twitter stream and like reading my DMs and emails, like I've helped some people already.
Yeah. There's this really good clip that we brought up in our 4:30 content meeting yesterday that I pitched as a creation, which was you ranting about doing it for the user. Everyone comes up with ideas about trying to sell products and stuff, but it's not it's self-interested. And it just seemed really relevant to what you're doing right now. You're still doing it for the user.
Always, bro. This is what we do better than anybody in the world. I got to go to my next meeting because I'm still operating. By the way, vlog, I'm operating my business. Like, I've been 12 hours a day on calls. I've been operating like a motherfucker. So I got to bounce out of here. I hope you're enjoying the vlog. Here's some more clips and I'll keep doing this. And team, thank you for being on. I'll talk to you later.
So how are we doing tea with Gary Vee? I'm going to show you right now. As you can tell, I'm wearing my very nice clothes, but I'm going to show you. We're going to go quick step by step, basic idea, basic gist of how this is done. And this took me a lot of different tries, a lot of Googling, a lot of YouTubing, but you're about to see. Okay, so basically 3 different softwares that you mainly need just for this part. One, loopback audio, that's for audio. Zoom, because that's how we get the video and the meeting going. And OBS, which is a broadcasting software. So, how we do it. First, I create a new meeting, and you can just hit join with computer audio. That's me, hello. I send this over here. Unfortunately, I don't have someone to test this meeting with right now, so you just get the basic idea of like, this is where Gary would pop up, right here. Gary would pop up right here on this screen, my second monitor, and then we invite people one by one into the meeting. See how I'm the only one here right now. And then Gary talks to them. This is basically then fed into, come on, where's my bar? Okay, there we go. This is fed into, this is then linked into OBS, and that's me right there. See how you can see it? So none of this stuff displays because I just have the way I have this set up. So see, now you don't see it anymore. Then we have OBS to be keyed and linked to Restream, which is this. I'm not sure if we should be showing this, Jason, but you might want to blur this out just in case. So then anyway, OBS goes to Restream, and that is how it's done. But as far as, I think this is the part where everyone really doesn't really know what's going on, is the Zoom part, and it's actually really simple. It's just as simple as I'm the host of this meeting, but I turn my video off, making Gary the host, essentially, even though I'm the Zoom host, but Gary is the host. And then we just have guests come on one at a time. Let me exit that out, that way you can see. So, and then we have guests come in here one at a time, and I just ask them to join the meeting by asking them to enable their video. And that's pretty much the idea. I'm gonna make a full video about this because a lot of people have been asking how it's done, step by step. So then you'll see that soon, probably on LinkedIn. Share it. Okay, bye.
So we're just gonna go one by one, ask some questions, and it'll be some WeeklyVee content.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. Well, apparently 5 years ago, somebody asked you this question. It was, what was your spirit animal? And you said Ram Man from He-Man. I'm gonna ask it again. Has anything changed? What would you say is your spirit animal?
What
at
is
this
my
moment?
spirit animal? Probably, are koala bears aggressive? Like
Oh,
what is seemingly cute and fuzzy and soft, but also has like, well, actually, it's funny. That's how I see myself, but I don't think a lot of people who view my content. It's almost like people that view my content actually view it as like harder on the inside, but you guys know it's soft on the, it's kind of like a Tootsie Roll Pop. You know what? The Tootsie Roll Pop owl.
That makes sense.
That is my spirit animal.
Last question from me. If you could switch roles with anyone on our team, who would it be and why?
Oh, great question. Who would I switch roles with on the team and why? I would probably switch roles with, it's a really good question. I would probably switch roles with Zane because and I'm not even sure he's really actually doing this, but what he was hired to do, or theoretically, and I know it evolves, is I love community management. Like if I could, and by the way, to remind everybody who's watching this vlog, the way I became Gary Vee was replying to every single tweet on Twitter. For real, 8-9 hours a day for 4 years. Like people don't get it. You guys as a team know how I work. So you're like, maybe. No, the answer is for real. Like if I could reply to every single 212-931-5731 and every comment on Instagram right now and TikTok and Twitter, that would make me so happy if that was 15 hours of my day. And so, I would say Zane in theory, because he's supposed to be doing community management, though I'm not sure if he is.
That's awesome. That's not who I expected. I was thinking D-Rock for some reason, but
D-Rock would be like the last person. I don't love to film other people, and I don't love being overrated. Just kidding, D-Rock.
All right, that's it for me. Next up, who's on the list? Who's out? Is it Dustin?
It's Dustin.
Yeah.
Or Dustin.
Cool. Are you personally being more careful with social distancing right now?
Yeah, I've been quarantined for a fucking month.
You haven't been out at all?
No.
I'm guilty. I've left.
Yeah, I'm not, you know what? Honestly, I want to see my parents during this time. I'm signed up for 4 to 8 weeks. And so I'd rather not go out and see anybody so I can see my folks if I want to go visit them and go that route. So that's been the main reason.
Gotcha. You say you always love being around people and noise and chaos. So what's the past 2 weeks been like? Shockingly good, because as you guys know, if you look at my calendar, I've been busy as fuck. I've been going hard for 11, 12, I'm getting so much fucking done. I'm considering doing a VaynerMedia operation stay-at-home day once a week forever, because I'm pretty sold that I've gotten more done per day than sometimes in a month. This has been a huge eye-opener for me. I thought this was going to be the worst.
I'm like spending more time with you guys in this 10-minute Zoom call. Like seeing Avatar's room, like that excites me. Like I'm enjoying it, being super productive. I've been on phone calls and Zooms and Google Hangouts for 12 hours a day straight with no breaks. So I'm fucking feeling great.
Cool. That's all the questions I had.
Thank you.
I got next. You're in the famous USC Feature first opener was, I don't think entrepreneurship is teachable, and that's been like a motto for a lot of people. Do you think the same way about leadership? Do you think leadership is not as teachable as entrepreneurship is?
The answer is yes to both, but then let's talk about this. I don't think that, let's actually separate them. Entrepreneurship requires a minimum level of ability to actually be successful, no different than being an athlete or being a musician. Like not everybody actually is good enough to actually be a professional musician and a professional athlete, and no level of teaching, courses, watching videos and practice can get you there. I actually believe that to be true about entrepreneurship. You can watch all my videos all day long. You can learn what have you. You can go to business school, but if it's not your natural talent, there's a potential, there's a likelihood that you're not able to build a sustainable life, happy and successful. Where there's a little hedge there is, I actually counter myself because I think making $87,000 a year, having a peanut butter startup is brilliant. But for most people, that would be deemed as not successful enough for entrepreneurship. So it's a funny way for me to answer it. I think entrepreneurship is a talent. I think leadership is a talent. And like any other talent in the world, you can get better at it. I could be a better skier than I am today because I don't practice and I don't watch videos and I don't follow skiers. Can I be better? Yes. I think the problem with entrepreneurship is that people think they're going to the Olympics every time they start a business. So we need more realism. Leadership, similar though different. It's interesting. Do I think all of you are better leaders because you rub elbows with me? Yes. Do I think all of you are better entrepreneurs because you rub elbows with me? No. So I think it's different. I think a lot of you have already, actually very fun to tie these things together. A lot of you nodded your heads when I talked about like how soft I actually am versus the hyper nature, competitive kind of like, stand-up comedian I am in my content. You all responded pretty well as I was looking at your videos. I'm a likable, good leader. I'm showing it in this crisis. I'm showing it other times. I think you guys are better now because of that you'll take that as parents, as leaders in the future. You've learned things from me. I can see it. I can see it in Andy. I can see it in D-Rock. I can see it in you. I can see it in Dustin. I can see it already. I don't think that means that you're going to be, and I do think that's different than entrepreneurship. I think you've been around me, and I don't think you guys have become better entrepreneurs per se. Maybe there's some things that you know to look out for, or maybe there's some more self-awareness, but not better. Whereas I do think you're better leaders. So I do think leadership is more teachable than successful entrepreneurial operations.
Well, with the 1,000-person company that basically went remote like immediately, what are some surprising things about building that infrastructure that you noticed? What's on your mind with that? Like, is it working well, not working
Actually,
well?
let's go the other way. The reason it's going so well is the least surprising thing to me of all time, because when you actually build culture and a family and people give a fuck about each other, this is when it shows. It is what an opportunity in my blog to give an enormous shout out to the Mark Yudkins of the world, the Claudes, the Allens, the Marcuses, the Lisas, the Nicks, the G's, the Averys, like the leadership of VaynerX, James and Jeff Nicholson, Leighton, Ryan Harwood, Mary Kate, like the leadership, Aaron Coben, the leadership at VaynerX and the tier underneath them, Lisa Herbst of the world, like Linda H is like the leadership, Sarah Bauman, on and on and on. The leadership of this company absorbed this challenge remarkably well. Wanda and Sarah Murphy, and we're fucking crushing it. Now, we're a modern company that's built on the cloud, so all our infrastructure technology-wise is easy, right? We give a fuck about each other, so people are being empathetic and kind and worried about while I'm sitting and like worrying about like making payroll and like fixing everything for all the lost revenue and all the clients we're losing, and it's real stuff. Like my team is worried about like people sending emails saying they feel burnt out because they're getting too many emails. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm saving your jobs out here. What the fuck are you complaining about? But everybody plays their role, right? And what's been the biggest surprise? The lack of surprise. The biggest surprise is an anti-surprise. I fucking knew it. When you actually build a family and you build culture, you're ready for the war. This is a fucking war, and we're fucking standing up.
Do you think that companies that started out remote can do that? Like, do you think the reason that Vayner did that is because it was?
I think they could. You know, like I like it. You know, guys. I mean, I want to sit on top of you guys. If I could squeeze all of you into my office, I would. So I like that shit. But I will say this: I feel super cozy on Zooms and Google Hangouts with clients I've never met before. So, you know, I never underestimate technology. But I do love interpersonal. I think they're both amazing. And I do think a lot of companies are going to be more remote and do more remote stuff. I'll tell you one thing for sure. There's a lot of times when I want to do a meeting and I have to wait till I fly to Cincinnati, that now I tell my admins, put it on Zoom, put it on Google Hangouts. Like I'm definitely starting to build the cadence of feeling comfortable in this environment, getting my cadence down. Cause I like, you guys know me, I pick up on everything. So I like being in a room and seeing stuff. Like, I don't even like that there's some people on this call, like I don't see Dania and Sherelle on the screen up the top right now, and I don't fucking like it. Cause I need to see what are you doing and what are you doing? You know, like, you know, because the way my screen is up top, all of us are missing two of the people at the top with the way the Zoom built. Or maybe actually,
if you hit gallery view, you can see all of us.
Gallery?
Yeah, on the upper right.
Let's fucking go. Holy shit. This is way better. Oh, this is a big breakthrough for me. Let's go, fucking Zoom. I'm fucking pumped right now. This is huge. I may never go into the office again. This is a monster moment. So, like, honestly, I'm not kidding. Like seeing Sherelle laughing right now and seeing the thing behind Daniel's back, like I need context, which is why I like in person. But technology is getting better to where I'm getting the context a little bit more. Like, I'm pumped. Like, I think, you know, I'm devastated for every single life lost of Corona, but I don't give a fuck about the money. And I think we come out stronger, and I think I come out stronger, and Vayner comes out stronger, and a lot of people are gonna come out stronger, more self-aware, try new things. It's fucking amazing.
Cool, awesome.
Am I next?
I apologize, Daniel. Like, I would argue right now that I even just brainstormed, do I want Gary to do a 1 day a week work from home, but they have to be on Zoom the whole time in the background of what they're working? And will that actually make us even more of a team, not less? And of course, people put music in and mute people out. Of course, like somebody, like if I was part of it, I'd be annoying the whole time. Like, I get it, but like, you know, like I'm innovating. This is the time to innovate, and I'm excited about it. Dana, take over.
All right. I think that's a great idea. And bringing kind of a different perspective. So someone that has like a small nest egg, I know you're always talking about saving money and setting stuff aside, and
it's amazing how
like,
cool that just got. All of a sudden, right? when everybody else was talking about, no, don't save money and put it all into play and blah, 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 and like, you know, you only live once, and fucking, you know, put it all into the market and leverage, and all of a sudden everybody loved that, and I was like the boring, like it's gonna take 22 years and save money, and at least I was charismatic in a different way, so it made me. But like, let's not get it twisted. Plenty of people hated the shit I was saying. It's amazing how in a week everyone's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So the person that has listened to your advice and has like a chunk of money, maybe $5,000-$10,000, what do they do with it now? Just sit on it? Do they invest in it?
Stocks are underpriced. Stocks are underpriced. In 18 months, they're gonna be better than they are right now. Go buy fucking Amazon. Go buy Netflix. Go buy Facebook. Every secondary market, like sports cards, are still gonna be explosive in the summer and the winter. And guess what? Prices are down. Like, I can't wait. I'm so busy right now, but I can't wait to like maybe late next week, like maybe not this weekend, but the next weekend when it finally settles in a little bit, to like spend 8 or 10 hours to just buy a ton of shit because things are down. Everything's gonna be fucking down. If you have money right now, you've got leverage. But right up this minute for this vlog when it airs, I would argue. By the way, you know how I said we can wait a week, Jason, for this vlog to come out. I would argue that we need it to be as time sensitive as possible. So if it comes out on Tuesday, I know we were going for that Friday thing, but if let's say the right thing is for this to come out on Monday, then I'm cool with that. Just FYI. Instead of waiting, because I just thought if this airs next Friday, fuck, man, the way the world's moving so quickly, like shit could change. So anyway, so Danielle, I think that, you know, coming out of this, I can see real estate, I can see other things going down in pricing. Like there's a lot about to happen, but right this second, like stock, I mean, I don't know, what did the stock market do today? Let's see, yesterday it went up like crazy. Today it is up 500 points. Like, yeah, stock, like I just think stock. I think stock is definitely underpriced compared to where it's going to be if you have $5,000 to $10,000 and you're okay with looking at what it's worth in 24 months. I definitely think flipping stuff. I think premium sneakers, premium cards, you know, cards, they're down. I think that, yeah, those two stand out. And then, you know, 5,000 to 10,000. Yeah, I mean, look, this is how crazy this is. There's going to be some businesses you can buy for $10,000 that were making 100,000 in profit, but the owner was selling T-shirts on Instagram, and she or he was spending 120,000, and now they need to get they need 20,000 real quick to just like get out of their situation, and you can buy their business for $20,000.
Yeah. Okay, I have a special guest. She was like super excited to be on. My mom is like watching this.
Let's go.
Can she ask you a question?
She can.
Okay.
Hi, Gary. Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm Amy, Daniel's mom. And
Amy, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, because I've been hearing about you for years, and it's exciting to see her actually make this happen and be out there, and I appreciate your mentorship. So my question for you is talking about organizations being able to convert working from home.
Yes.
I'm a retention executive at Dish Network.
Okay.
And within 24 hours, our call center sanitized everything and sent equipment home with people that have never worked from home. Yes. Turned it around, and we are so productive right now. It's amazing to see what's happening. Do you ever get out into businesses like that and actually spend the time on the ground looking at other organizations and what's happening? For instance, someplace like Dish Network, which I'd love to invite you to come to our site if you're in Phoenix.
Thank you. So first of all, Amy, you know, just by the relation, you know, we're family now. So the answer is, I'm telling Danielle right now to listen to this, like she needs to talk to my admins. And if I'm in Phoenix for some reason, I will be there. I will make it an addition to any trip, and I will find a reason to be in Phoenix sooner than later. As far as I am a learner through osmosis. It's less likely for me to go see how Disney does it or Netflix does it or Dish does it. Now, two good things. One, this chapter of my career was to service big companies. So by nature, I've walked into Chase and Diageo and Budweiser and Hulu and have seen what you're talking about. So one of the great reasons I wanted to do VaynerMedia was I knew that I was going to get paid to walk into businesses. And because I'm a multi-dimensional thinker, I could do my job while in the corner of my eye, watch how they do that or how they do the reception or how they do these things. So through the osmosis of what I do for a living, it's naturally happened.
Yes. So, Gary, of all the things that has happened since Corona struck, what has made you the happiest? What like little tiny thing? If it's like looking outside at flowers or something.
I played a shitload of football with my little guy. And so those are moments I wouldn't have had if Corona didn't hit. So that is number one in real life. In macro Gary Vee talk, people have learned so much about themselves in the last 8 days. Every single person I think on earth has actually created a new insight about themselves that they did not know had this just not happened. That might be, by the way, for some people, that's a bad thing. Not a bad thing, let me phrase. For some people, that's gonna be a step backwards for 2 steps forwards, where they've realized something. You know, for many others, it's gonna be a positive. I will tell you that I never thought working from home was in my cards, ever. To the day I died, I now know it is. That's exciting. Like that means 52-year-old Gary can take an entire summer off and be on the beach and be productive as fuck. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I would like that. You know, so like my favorite little thing is just a very big thing, because that's how I roll. People are just going to be able to learn about themselves more because of this, and I think a stunning amount of good comes out of this. I really do. If you look at it in 20 years from now, I believe that. I really believe it.
Okay, so Team Gary has made a lot of content over the years. What is your? I know you don't necessarily watch all of it, but what's your favorite piece of content that was made?
That's a great question. My favorite content by far is the content that has my family in it, because I know what it's like. I thought about that photo. You guys know that photo where I kissed my dad hard on the side of his face in the parking lot? That was what came first to mind. The fact that there's a video version of that moment, I'm pumped. I'm really pumped, like emotionally pumped about that. So probably that. One of the other things, just to give you full transparency, the blueberry piece of content is a big one, because I think that got like 3 million views or something like that on Instagram. So it did remarkably all-time well at the time. But it was also one of the earliest pieces of me doing something outside of me and just showing human me. So that was like a fun observation. I love that piece of content. God, there's a lot, boy. I'm really grateful. You know, it's funny, my answer about my dad is a micro answer to the macro. I am documented. Guys, do you know how much better my documentary is gonna be in 37 years than everybody else's, because there's gonna be unlimited content to pick from?
Yeah.
So, you know, this is fucking cool. Like, I just need you, like, this is important. I want the 7 of you to understand this. You will watch this exact video in 49 years. You know, like your great niece is gonna like communicate with you with whatever the texting of the day is, and then it's gonna say, you worked with Gary Vee? Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
So all of it, my dad, Chris photo and video, definitely the blueberry thing stands out. The rant in the white t-shirt for the diploma stuff, you could have been a fucking bus. The one where I like get into that conversation with that woman about cursing, you know, whatever the worst performing for 5 years, because we need that humility. So that feels good. You know, just all of it fucking feels good. This is the best part. Like, this is why I think I'm the ultimate creator. Like, it's all good. Fuck the analytics, fuck the numbers. Like, all of it's part of the fucking entire work of art. So it's like children. Every one of these pieces of content, like fucking children. I fucking love them all. When they underperform, when they overperform. The Jets sweater video, the Larry King interview, like there's a lot of shit. Those are like highlights on the high, but on the low, I mean it. Like when the post I did 2 or 3 days ago where we didn't title it, it was the TikTok that I just posted as an Instagram that I just felt like I had to do it, and it was the right message, but sure enough, it underperformed because it wasn't contextually post-produced for Instagram. And I was like, good, Gary, take that fucking L, you fucker. You think it's just message, not production? Well, here, right in your fucking face, dick. You know, like I like that game with myself.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Hello.
Hey G. What's up?
What?
Same thing as last time. We're gonna do some Q&A.
Let's go fast.
All right, we're starting with May. Here we go.
Cool. G, you often say positivity and optimism. For you, what's the difference between the two?
Can you go mute when you're not being, because you're making noise with your walking through. You look amazing, by the way, Caleb. I love it. Just go on mute while we go, because that got cut off. Go ahead, May.
Yeah. So you often say positivity and optimism, but what do you think is the difference between the two? Since you said pop the other day.
Positivity and optimism. To be honest with you, May, and this is what's fun about this vlog. First of all, hi everybody who's watching the vlog. We tried to mix in some of this to make this week's WeeklyVee more interesting. So thanks for joining us. You just saw Caleb is doing some crazy shit. Jesus Christ. Anyway, this is fun actually. I have not given enough thought on how I think about the difference between positivity and optimism, and I'm not quite sure how I think about them differently. Optimism to me is like hope. Like I see it, like I think it can. And positivity is like, be happy and like do good. Like, so there is something there, but I'm going to spend some more time on that, May, and I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
So Gary, tomorrow's Sell Stuff Saturday. People want to know, what are you going to be posting tomorrow to sell?
I'm going to probably be, I, unlike a lot of people, do not have, cash flow issues because I've been saving money. So I am not feeling as desperate to sell something. However, to build up hype tomorrow heavily for it, I will. I went to my parents' house. That's where I am now, to get out of the city. So I'll probably like find some old stuff that I had in my house to sell. My parents have plenty of my old stuff. I'll probably mainly be promoting wine text and wine because my dad always feels really happy when I'm building up his business for him when I'm around him. So we'll figure some shit out, but I'm really excited about it. If you're watching this on Friday or Saturday, today or tomorrow is Sell Stuff Saturday. Something I came up with T and Gary Vee. Will probably be Meta. Maybe we'll be in the WeeklyVee showing you. Oh, actually, right. We're not airing this today. I apologize. So Sell Stuff Saturday has already happened when you've seen this weekly vlog. Jason, are we going to do Tuesday or Wednesday, Jason?
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Awesome. So this last Saturday was Sell Stuff Saturday. Here's some highlights of what people sold.
Hey everyone, my name is Zane. I'm a proud community/channel manager for Team Gary. This past Saturday, we did something really cool called Sell Stuff Saturday. How this all came about was last week there was a Tea with Gary Vee episode where Gary and a really cool caller talked about how he could increase his spending by just selling stuff around his home that he doesn't need anymore. Things like clothes and bike and just other common household items. And so this past Saturday, we created a challenge/event called Sell Stuff Saturday. And people from all around the world came out and just sold stuff from around their homes to increase their savings. And we saw a lot of cool things from it. People made $50, $60, $100 just selling clothes from around their home. We saw one person, I think he bought a video game, an N64 classic video game for $75, sold it for $600, which is insane. And one gentleman, I think he even made like $2,300 just selling things from his house. And so, if you want to go see what it's all about, if you want to get motivated, check out #SellStuffSaturday on Twitter to see what it's all about. And if you want to flip and get into the game, please tag Team Gary Vee on Twitter. We want to follow along and see how it went for you. See ya.
Gary, so I always ask you this kind of stuff on, personally when we hang out, but on a holistic view, what do you think are going to be the cultural impacts after COVID's passed? What do you think is going to stick?
Remoteness. I mean, I'm the most anti-remote person, right? No work from home, no, because I love you guys, but I'm already just 5 days in feeling very close to you guys right now. The intimacy of obviously I know your kitchen, Justin, but Caleb and his spot and remoteness will stick. Some percentage of remoteness. I'm even debating doing 1 day a month from home, just doing Zoom meetings operationally because I've been very effective in the office. I see you. I don't know. It's been very good. So remoteness, I think delivery. What's up, sis?
Hey.
Get in here. Hey, WeeklyVee. This is my sister, Liz Novella. She is a real estate agent. If you're buying homes in New York, New Jersey, you need to give her one. Oh, Hannah, let's do a little pop-up with her handle right here. All right, get out of here, Liz.
Part of this team.
No, you're out. You're out. So I think remoteness will stick. I think delivery. I think a lot of people have bought, tomatoes, crayons for the first time. Obviously, a lot of people use Amazon Prime, but I think a lot of people are. And by the way, we're going to be here for another 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. I think people are going to get used to buying things on the internet that they used to go to the store to and realize they like that. So I think direct to consumer, is going to stick. Buying on the internet is going to stick. Remoteness is going to stick. I think people are going to figure out the relationships, these confined homes with friends and family, mainly with family. I think people are going to, I think some relationships are going to break up and that's going to stick. I think some relationships are going to get better and that's going to stick. I think some new hobbies are going to happen. I think people are going to pick up a thing or two. That's going to stick. I think perspective is going to stick. I think a lot of people are going to be grateful for their relationships, their friends, their loved ones when they finally get to hug. I'm going to hug the shit out of each one of you when I see you. And I barely see you guys, which is the weirdest thing, right? But there's something about it. So a lot of shit's going to stick, brother.
Gee, for a lot of businesses that we speak with these days, everyone's really doing a good job of like running their business. They're making millions of dollars over the last few years and stuff like that, but they've not really been focusing a lot on social. So how can they use this time to learn about it? And what would you do if you were an entrepreneur that was running a successful business but didn't have any social media? What would be the first few things that you would do?
It's really funny. You know this about me. My advice is no different than like a really good health and wellness person. Exercise and eat well. I'm not going to change anything. Like I know that almost 90% of people watching this right now knew what the answer was going to be. It's just doing. This is about doing and educating yourself. What would I do in more tangible sense? I would go on YouTube and Google search, and I would search, how do I post? I would go very, very literal. How do lawyers make money on Instagram? And I would read 20 things. How do I get clients for my real estate investment firm through social media? Enter. And I would spend 20 hours of deep consumption, because if they're consuming me, they're getting the philosophical strategy. The way I give tactical strategy is through our decks that we put up a link right now of the model and the country. And through yelling at people, watch what I do, not what I say, right? That's my way to be tactical, is watch what I do, not what I say, and occasionally come out with a deck that's super fucking detailed. But there's a lot of people who like whiteboards and like charts and shit like that, and that's how they teach. And I would consume that and then build up the courage to make. But this is a mental fucking game. I'm a lawyer. I can't be silly on TikTok. You can. I don't look good. You can. I don't know how to dance on TikTok. That's everybody's fucking excuse. I don't know how to dance on who the fuck? Watch what I do. I don't fucking dance. Who's next?
Sanan's up.
I'm gonna go last because I asked last time.
Cool. Caleb.
All right, I'll go. Gary, one of the trending hashtags on TikTok is the more you know. So just a quick fun fact that you feel like would be relevant in a time like this.
The more you know yourself, the more happy you will be. Self-awareness is one of the greatest gifts of all time. Don't be embarrassed with who you are. Love what you are and lean into it. Period. End of story. You're not detail-oriented. Who gives a shit? You're awesome. You're not creative. Who gives a shit? You're not fucking. The more you know yourself, and I watch people try to disguise what they suck at, right? Instead of leaning into what they're great at. And I want to fix that.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Gary, big fan. Love you, bro. So I know you do the 180 strategy, and I love it. Is there anything else that we should be doing right now besides just having patience and putting in the work on Instagram to grow it?
To grow Instagram, collaborations live. I like collaborations, like going on somebody's page who's smaller than you, analyzing them, and then DMing them and saying, hey, let's do a collab. Because you know what everybody does. Everybody wants to go to somebody who's bigger than them.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to go to somebody, like people have 400, people have 400 followers DMing me, like, Gary Vee, we should do a collaboration. And cool, I'm funny. I have the humility to do that, but they're not giving me any other reason than it would help them. And I'm all about charity. Me and Lou have been sending masks all over the place, left and right. I'm quiet about my charity, but I love charity. But don't come at me with that's just a weak come. Go analyze somebody and be like, hey, let's do a live together, right? I'll go live and I'll bring you in and we'll both be live. Let's do a live together and shoot the shit. I'm a baker. You're a cookie maker. Let's talk. I'm a florist. You're a landscaper. Let's do something together. Go find somebody smaller than you and do a collab. You cross-pollinate 2 people with 80 people following them. Give each other 20 followers from a collab live. Now you're 80 to 100. I love the game of building. So that's one. Becoming more educated. Are you doing polls and stickers on your Instagram stories? If you're not doing stories perfect, main feed perfect, and Instagram live perfect, you're not doing Instagram perfect, or you're not doing it well. And so realizing there's 3 factors in Instagram and make sure you're focusing on all 3. A lot of people are just one-dimensional right now. They only do the main feed, or they only do the main feed and one live once in a blue moon, or they do stories because it's stackable, but they don't post in the main feed. But when they do overlaid stickers. The sticker culture of Instagram stories is amazing. We kind of suck at it. That's another thing I want to talk about. There's so much opportunity for polls and questions and quizzes, and like we need to get way more creative. As a matter of fact, I just got motivated. Like, let's get 30 minutes on just Instagram stickers next week. The whole team, we're gonna just jam. I'm gonna give you guys all I got because we suck at it. Because I'm not like, we need to get better at it. So anyway, get better. That's what I think, boy.
Thank you.
Katie, you're up.
Hello.
Hello, Katie.
So a lot of influencers I've been seeing are talking about that they're worried because campaigns aren't going on right now, so their main source of income is in a hard place. What is the biggest marketing opportunity for them right now that you would give them?
To build up their audience for leverage for 100 days from today and bring value. So instead of getting selfish and trying to get money out of their audience, bring better content than ever. And I hope to God that they've been saving their money. Unfortunately, a lot of influencers that have been making money have been buying their Yeezys, have been taking their spa days. Like, my number one hope from this is that people learn how to fucking save. What are you gonna do? Like, what's my tip? What do you mean, what's my tip? My tip is you should have been fucking listening, because right now, people are scared to spend money.
Yep.
What are you gonna beg? What are you gonna lower your rates? Like what? Like, there's consequences.
Yeah.
And the consequence of you not listening to me and buying dumb shit and overextending yourself and now having nothing to fall back on is you're gonna be in trouble. Your fucking BMW is gonna be repossessed, motherfucker.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. That's everyone. G, if you could wrap up the vlog, this will be the last scene of it. Just, everyone's going into the weekend of this like quarantine week 2. Like, just give some
and
love
more,
out.
everybody's watching this on Tuesday, Wednesday, and after. So whenever you're watching this, we're probably 2-3 weeks into this shit. We probably got 2 to 10 more weeks of this shit. We probably got another year of it being a cloud because it's gonna come back in the fall and winter. Whatever plays out, just keep your shit in perspective. If you are fortunate enough to be watching this right now and not being somebody who's lost a loved one because of this, or who doesn't have somebody on a ventilator, no matter how much business you lost, back to Katie's question about like being an influencer, your restaurant being closed, money doesn't mean shit when somebody you love the most in the world dies. And so this is perspective time. Be grateful for what you have. Don't cry about what's changed. It's devastating for seniors that miss out on their prom and graduation. I understand that's your world, but I promise you, thank God that everybody in your family is okay. Focus on the good, focus on the gratitude, because if you watch the news all day, if you go on social all day, you're gonna get into fear, everything's fucked, blah, 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 blah. Get your fucking mind right. Make sure Corona got your mind right. Okay, Gary at VaynerMedia, say you're Eddie with the weird background bridge in the background, helping like that, and
yeah, I'm driving, so I don't want to.
I love it, bro. Don't fucking drive and fucking talk. You better pull over. I'm actually letting you go. Gary at VaynerMedia. Yeah. We'll talk soon.
I don't think we filled them in that it was being a Zoom call.
So Jason,
my assumption.
Whose fucking fault is it? All right, let's not waste time. Let's move on.
I'll take blame.
Morning, everybody. Tea time. It is tea time. I think we should have a tea time song. Tea time with the time. Anyway, it's not my jam. I apologize. I was unfortunately not paying attention. One more time, I think.
No, man, you're good. You're good.
Like with a 1,000-person company that basically went remote.
Before we go any further, like this orange kind of paint, like about that.
It's in our house, but it got built somehow. So I'm in this room and it's fully orange.
I love it, bro. I also like the sweater. Like I feel at the couch, dude. I feel like it's
I'm totally downgraded.
Dude, it's 1978.
Nah, this is how I am at home.
I love it, bro. I love you. Go.
When the people go and see you dance on TikTok? Because I'm waiting. I'm sure there's other people waiting. You feel me? You got to do the renegade or something. Or
so
it's a whoa.
On that note, yeah, I think that's right.
Me?
So yeah, I feel you. Like if I'm a 9 out of 10 or a 9.5 out of 10. If I can really rock for another 40 years, a 10 out of 10 in entrepreneurship, I'm a 1.7 to a 2.6 in dancing. I can do the crab. I feel good about the breakdance move, the crab.
What?
So,
Never even heard.
I might, you know what? I might even do the crab tomorrow and try to start that as a trend. On as my rec team, can you guys find me a song that will go well with the crab? I don't know if there's a crab song, but I think I'm just gonna go for it tomorrow. So the answer to your question is tomorrow, Sherelle. Bug me on the team app. I'm gonna literally film myself doing the crab and try to get that to be the viral hit of TikTok. And by the way, if God forbid it goes viral, the fact that we'll be able to clip this moment to that, that's going to be another viral post on Instagram. So we got big stakes. And the answer to your question is tomorrow.
Is cheesecake a cake or a pie?
Cheesecake is a pie.
Yeah, that's controversial.
Is it? I really think when I think cheesecake, like it feels more pie-y to me than cakey.
Yep. Cool.
So I'm more common sense than, I'm sure somebody's gonna reply in the YouTube comments of like, technically I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like it feels pie-y. Like I understand technically the milk or the this. I'm sure there's some reason to define cake and pie. I will say that I am disproportionately more pie over cake.
Do you like cheesecake?
I do like cheesecake actually. I love ricotta cheesecake. That shit is fucking gnarly. But all of you made these weird faces, so now I'm like, is that the fucking, do they serve that at the fancy restaurants that I go to? Am I bougie
I never heard
right
of
now?
it.
Yeah, that felt a little bougie. That's kind of like
It's
one
like
of my
old
favorite
school Italian.
You know what's funny? One of my favorite like ice creams is virgin olive oil and basil, like basil and oil ice cream. And then like everybody always makes faces. I'm like, oh right, they serve those at the bougie fucking places that I like to go to. And my bouginess comes from the wine business. Like all those years being in the wine business, all the events, all the meetings were always in the top restaurants. So I don't even eat in those kind of places no more.